Chris Rock is.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Chris Rock. It's
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Thank
Yeah.
you. Who everybody knows who Kevin Hart is.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a big fan base who know who plays the girl.
Karen Gillan?
Yes.
Gilliland?
People in the Doctor Who universe know who she is.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Because she played in Doctor Who for several seasons as one of the main characters, so everybody knows who she is. So it's already a star-studded. And then you've got Nick Jonas.
I forgot about him.
He plays like a helicopter pilot or something.
I'm excited for that.
But then they updated it a little bit. Instead of a board game, it's a video game.
Yeah. Which shows a really cool, like, this is then, that was then, this is now type thing.
Well, and I really want to see how it's connected to the board game.
Yeah. I've seen the online version of Monopoly. It's not so great. I mean, it's all right.
Right.
But, like, I hope they do a better job than what I've seen so far in real life. Where it's
this is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be either like a game system. Like, do you remember one of those little game systems you plug into the TV and you play?
Oh,
it's either supposed to be one of those or it's either supposed to be a disc that they put in a game system.
Oh, it's not supposed to be like one of the Pac-Man like big things
No.
you go to the arcade? That's
No.
what I was dreaming. Like thinking.
No, it's got a TV.
Oh.
I don't know. It could be. It really hasn't shown it. It kind of looked like it was on a TV. It was like a game system.
Mm-hmm.
But in like I said before on the show, what they do is they'll go through and they'll go through and take they're picking their characters and you've got kind of like a guy you've got a bunch of misfits and just seeing them like when they see their characters, like there's the preppy girl and she chooses Dr. Bravestone or Dr. something, and it made it sound like it was a hot girl. It was Jack Black, and I just love Jack Black going, I'm a like, what does he say?
Is he a dude?
He's a dude. Boy.
What, does he play a dude, or is he playing as a woman?
No, he plays the mentality of a woman
in a man's body.
Yes,
gotcha. Okay.
He's like, I'm a short middle-aged man, or something like that, and I just laughed so hard because they're like, well, I'm this person, and like one of the wimpiest kids is The Rock, and then you've got one of the taller guys is Kevin Hart. And he's like, I'm missing the other half of me. And then you've got the one girl who kind of keeps to herself is Ruby Roundhouse in like booty shorts, and I love the outfit, by the way. And then you've got the preppy girl who becomes Jack Black.
It's a great turn.
Oh, he says he's like, I'm an overweight middle-aged man, and But it's just like they're all good actors and actresses. I'm super excited for this movie. And I could see it being more action-packed than anything else. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's going to be, be filled with a little bit more than the original. Because the original was, it took place in a town. And, this one, it's in the woods. There's helicopters, there's explosions, there's things attacking them. The other one, it was a little bit more slow paced because they knew the place that they were in.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tired. Ugh. Okay.
Coffee.
I need coffee really bad.
That's what I'm getting after this.
Right? Well, how about we sit down?
Hey.
And if it's nice and warm out, we'll sit on the back deck and we'll have some coffee.
There we
go.
We'll
sit inside and have some coffee.
All
right. No, anyway, so it's a star-studded cast, and I don't know. I can't even tell you anything else.
They're keeping it all a secret. We can't talk about it.
It's really like they are. I mean, they know when it's released, and they've released some trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're so vague in all their trailers that it's kind of hard to tell what the movie's actually about. You just know that they're trapped in the game as their significant others, or as their players, whatever players they picked, and they've got to get out. But they're looking for what Alan Parrish, a.k.a. Robin Williams' character in the first movie, something he left behind. So
I wonder if they have an audio recording of like something from him.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool.
I'd get goosebumps. I'd freak out in the movie theater. That'd be cool.
I'd be like, he's alive.
He's my idol. I love him.
He was an awesome guy. So yeah, I can believe that it's more action packed. What do you think about the first one? What did you think about the original?
The original, I absolutely love it. I'm pretty biased. Anything with Robin Williams in it is just like amazing, and I love it no matter what, because it's Robin Williams. Like, how can you not love it? Right. And, he's a phenomenal actor, but I think the movie, the context of the movie, it's not one of my favorites he played in, but I think it's still a classic, and it's still something great. I'd have to say, like, on the Robin Williams topic, it would probably be like, oh my gosh, I should know the name. Good Morning Vietnam. I'm forgetting the name of the movie.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes, and it's like oh wait, that's the name of the movie. Okay,
that's the name of the movie.
There we go. So yeah, I think they can definitely do better, but it depends how.
Yeah. Well, I like how they're coming from a completely different angle. And if you listen back into the episodes, and some of the older episodes, I called it when they first released it. They were doing a Jumanji 2. I said the only possible storyline they can do without ruining the series is to put to have the players jump into the game rather than somebody gets sucked in, so then he gets spit back out 20, 30, 40 years later.
Yeah.
So it is one of those where I don't want to say I called it, but I called it.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm really excited with everything I see. Now, with that being said, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared because there's been a few movies that I was super excited to see. The trailers looked really good, and then the movies were utter crap.
Yeah.
But I have not seen a bad movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart.
That is true. High hopes.
So some people will argue that they've seen they've seen bad movies with, I'm trying to think of his name. What is his name? Jack Black.
Yes.
There's been people who have said, I've seen bad movies by Jack Black. I don't think I've seen too many bad movies by Jack Black. They're like, oh, this was horrible, and like some people didn't like School of Rock. That was a classic, if you ask me. There's people who didn't like the new Goosebumps movie. I really like the new Goosebumps movie.
I haven't had the chance to see it, sadly.
It's on Netflix.
Oh.
Or it was on Netflix.
Then I will have the chance to see it, hopefully.
Right, it is. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. I'm super excited for this movie, and I like I said, it's, they're putting in an article like it's more action packed than the first one, and I said I hope it would be. So yeah, no, sorry guys, I'm trying to pull up the article. My computer's being completely dumb and not doing anything. So I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Right here, there was a it was said that it is an action adventure, but I would say it is intense. Going back to what I was saying, it is very real stakes. A bunch of people stand in the jungle, having to get out. A lot of action in the way that I think the original movie was much more life and small town things, things that come into our town, Now you're stuck in the jungle with a bunch of things that want to keep you from getting out, and naturally the tone becomes much more action adventure. So, and it does at that point. It literally is. You know, you've got it's life or death.
Mm.
You know, before you could, essentially they could just move to a different state and nobody, they could probably lose someone. But in this case, they're stuck in their world, in the jungle, in the middle of nowhere. They're not familiar with where they're at.
Yeah, that's that mission of like getting out.
Yeah. So I think the stakes would be a lot higher. Although I'm looking at the cover art again. I love the cover art because you've got The Rock, and you've got Jack Black dressed up as a professor. You've got Ruby Roundhouse, and then you've got Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart looks like the Boy Scout of the group. You've seen the picture, right? He's got like the except for the hat. The hat looks weird. But I remember a point when The Rock's like, "Go on, jump in." He's like, "I have the backpack. The guy who has the backpack just never jump into a random water," or something like that. Yeah. Did you ever see Central Intelligence?
Yes, I love that movie.
That was a fantastic.
It was great.
Movie. I don't know. I feel like there's so much that Kevin Hart and the Rock can do together. They have such good chemistry.
Yeah.
That it just makes it super funny. They play off each other. I mean, even during the making of that movie, I knew that movie was going to be good because there were a few videos that came out on their social medias before that, and they actually put them at the end of the movie.
That's what I was just thinking about. Yeah.
there was one at the end where it had, and they did them side by side too. They put them side by side, and it was The Rock shooting a video for his page, and
Kevin for
his. And you can see each other in the video, and he's like, "Get out of my video." "No, you get out of my video. I started it first." "No, I started it first." Mm-hmm. And they're like arguing back and forth. And they're both talking about how they had to stop filming because there was a fire. And the fire department had to come through where they were filming at. And it was like there was just a whole bunch of really funny.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're a great team to work with.
Yeah, and like I said, then you throw Jack Black in there. And Karen Gallen, and it just I'm super pumped. I'm really sad that it's coming out. I've got to wait until December to see it. But I mean, it's not that far away. I got my birthday between now and then, and I do have to go and see The Kingsman. That is on my list to see.
Yeah.
A frickin' P. Mm-hmm. Because I love the first movie. The second movie is going to be phenomenal because they have The Statesman.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got The Kingsman and the. Oh, it looks fantastic.
I remember seeing the trailer. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Action-packed.
And then the guy goes, "Manners maketh man." Like in the first... You've seen the first one, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks super good. You have a character that comes back that you thought was dead, which is really cool and confusing.
Almost as confusing as what we were talking about a little bit earlier.
Yes. Almost as confusing as what we were talking about earlier. By the way, I have regained control of my of what we're talking about on my computer. So,
hey.
Yay! This is just so bad. In other news, the talking about second movies. Paul Rudd just released pictures of him in his new Ant-Man suit.
Oh.
So the movie The Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be coming out, I want to say this year, but I could be wrong. Let me double check that. It may not even have a release date yet. I know that they're filming it right now. Yeah, that it may not have a release date. But it is a sequel to the 2015 Ant-Man, starring Paul Rudd in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the production is in Atlanta, Georgia, and so we've got Paul Rudd, and I was looking between the two suits, and it really doesn't look that much different. It looks pretty much the same.
That's always good,
right?
Continuity,
right?
It's key.
Speaking of continuity, have you ever noticed I'm about to ruin a movie for you. Have you ever seen the movie The Drumline?
No.